Hey, baseball fans. Welcome back to Tits and Streams, your go-to channel for daily baseball predictions. I'm Koken, and I'm here to give you the inside scoop on today's top matchups. Before we dive into today's picks, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our latest predictions. If you enjoy our content, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends who love baseball and sports betting. Our channel relies entirely on your support. We don't have any sponsors, so every like, share, and comment helps us keep going. If you'd like to support us even more, consider donating by pressing the thanks button under this video. We love hearing from you. Drop a comment below. Your feedback makes our channel better. All right, let's get into today's predictions. Today we have predictions for 4 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Detroit Tigers and Baltimore Orioles. The Detroit Tigers are heading into a critical showdown against the Baltimore Orioles, with both teams eyeing a postseason berth. Detroit, currently boasting an 80-74 record, has been one of the hottest teams in the league, winning 4 of their last 5 contests. Although they stumbled in the first game of this series with a tough 7-1 loss, the Tigers have shown resilience, sweeping the Royals and taking 2 out of 3 from both the Orioles and Rockies in previous matchups. With a 9-3 record over their last 12 games, Detroit has clawed their way into wildcard contention in the AL Central, sitting in 4th place. The Tigers have made some impressive adjustments in the latter half of the season, transforming from a mediocre squad into one of the most dangerous teams down the stretch. Their pitching staff has been rock solid, boasting a 3.64 ERA, a 1.17 WHIP, and holding opponents to a .235 batting average. Offensively, they've scored 650 runs, with a .234 team batting average and a .299 on-base percentage. Riley Green has been one of their standout performers, smashing 24 home runs and driving in 71 RBIs this season. Meanwhile, the Orioles, sitting at 86-68, managed to halt their recent struggles by securing the first game of this series, putting together a 2-game winning streak. Despite this, Baltimore has been in a slump, going just 4-8 over their last 12 games. They remain second in the AL East and hold a wild-card spot, but their recent performance is cause for concern. Their pitching staff has a 3.93 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP, while their offense has scored 742 runs with a .48 batting average and a .314 on-base percentage. Gunnar Henderson has been a bright spot, with 37 home runs and 87 RBIs on the season. The Orioles are hitting a rough patch at the worst possible time, with the Yankees surging in the AL East. Baltimore still holds the top wildcard position, but their recent cold streak is reminiscent of last season when they were swept out of the playoffs by the Texas Rangers. On the flip side, the Tigers are making the most of the struggles by teams like the Royals and Twins and are riding their hot streak right into playoff contention. If Detroit keeps this up, we could witness one of the most memorable late-season runs in years, much like what we saw from the Diamondbacks and Phillies in recent seasons. Cade Pavich will take the mound for Baltimore in this matchup. He's had his ups and downs, posting a 5.74 ERA this season, though he's been slightly better recently with a 3.18 ERA in his last 3 starts. Detroit will counter with Reese Olson, who's had a 6.10 ERA this season, but still managed to help the Tigers win his last 3 starts. Both teams have struggled at the plate against opposing pitchers, with Detroit hitting only 183 against left-handers and Baltimore just 208 against right-handers. Baltimore's bullpen has been shaky lately, with a 6.67 ERA over the last 10 games, compared to Detroit's much stronger 2.11 ERA in the same span. Historically, the Orioles have had the upper hand, winning 8 of their last 11 against Detroit. But the Tigers are riding high, going 25-10 in their last 35 games. I'm backing the Tigers here. Even after a tough Game 1, Detroit remains one of the hottest teams in baseball, and I don't trust Pavich to get it done for the Orioles. Detroit has been solid on the road with a 41-38 record, and I think Olson will give them just enough to secure a win. With Baltimore's recent struggles both at the plate and in the bullpen, this is a prime opportunity for the Tigers to bounce back. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a high-scoring game, but I believe Detroit's momentum and their hunger for a postseason spot will push them to a win on Saturday. With their strong showing in key offensive metrics like WRC+ and WOBA over the last month, I'm confident the Tigers will take this game and continue their surge toward a wild-card berth.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction for today is for a game between the Philadelphia Phillies and New York Mets. As the season winds down, the New York Mets and Philadelphia Phillies find themselves in a pivotal series with major postseason stakes on the line. The Phillies, having led the National League most of the year, are working to hold off the Dodgers and secure the division title. Meanwhile, the Mets are clinging to the last wildcard spot, desperately trying to close the gap and stay in the playoff race. For Philadelphia, it all starts with their offense, which has been red-hot recently. Trea Turner is in excellent form, smacking a 2-run homer on Thursday, and Kyle Schwarber has quietly put together a stellar season, on pace to surpass 100 RBIs. Bryce Harper has made a strong comeback despite missing time, eyeing a potential 30 homers and 90 RBIs. Alec Boehm continues to lead the team in hits, providing a consistent spark, and Nick Castellanos remains a constant threat at the plate. Ranger Suarez will get the start on the mound, coming in with a 3-2 record and a solid 3.38 ERA in his last 10 games against the Mets. However, the Phillies bullpen, ranked 14th in the league, will need to step up big to secure this win. For the Phillies to come out on top, they'll need the offense to stay hot, Suarez to be sharp, and the bullpen to hold it together late in the game. On the flip side, the Mets are still fighting for a wild-card spot in the National League East. With 8 games left, they can't afford any slip-ups. Injuries to key players like Jeff McNeil and Francisco Lindor have certainly hurt, but other players have stepped up. On Thursday, Jose Iglesias, Brandon Nimmo, and Mark Vientos all recorded multi-hit games, with Nimmo driving in 3 runs and Vientos contributing 2 RBIs. Pete Alonso added a solo homer to keep the offense rolling. Sean Manaea takes the hill for New York, and while his record against the Phillies is shaky with a 5.68 ERA over 5 games, he's been sharp lately. The Mets have won 14 of his last 16 starts, and in his most recent outing, he pitched 7 innings of 1-run ball with 6 strikeouts. The bullpen has been inconsistent, but closer Edwin Diaz has done enough to lock down key wins. For the Mets to prevail, they'll need to jump on Suarez early and chase him from the game. Manaea will also need to stay locked in and avoid giving up big hits to Harper, Turner, and Schwarber. Their last clash on September 20th ended in a lopsided 12-2 victory for the Phillies. However, the Mets have historically had the upper hand, winning 85 games against Philadelphia, 44 of those at home. In their last 10 games, the Mets are 5-6, scoring 5.3 runs per game while allowing just 3.1. The Phillies, on the other hand, are riding high, winning 9 of their last 10, scoring 4.4 runs per game and giving up an average of 4.0. I'm putting my faith in the Mets for this one. Manaea is in excellent form, and the Mets have been among the best teams in the league against left-handed pitching, hitting .277 over the last 2 weeks with a low strikeout rate. That should give them a good chance to get to Suarez early. Plus, with their solid home record, I believe the Mets will take this game and keep their postseason hopes alive. With only a few games remaining and a 6-game gap between these teams, this series has the potential to make things very interesting in the National League East. Expect a thrilling finish to the season. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Seattle Mariners and Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers and Seattle Mariners are set for a showdown that's packed with postseason implications. Seattle is riding some serious momentum with a record of 79-75, coming off back-to-back wins, including a commanding 8-2 victory in the series opener on Friday night. This team has been finding its stride recently, winning 5 of their last 7 games, and they're still in the hunt for a playoff spot. Despite dropping a couple to the Yankees, they've taken 3 out of 4 from these same Rangers and split 2 with the Padres. Sitting second in the AL West, the Mariners know every win counts from here on out. Seattle's pitching staff has been one of their strong suits, boasting a .350 ERA, a whip of 1.08, and holding opponents to a measly .220 batting average. On the offensive side, they've put up 631 runs, but their team batting average of .222 leaves room for improvement. Cal Raleigh has been swinging a hot bat, though, with 30 homers and 93 RBIs this season. On the flip side, Texas has been inconsistent with a 73-81 record. They've split their last 4 games, but giving up 8 runs in the opener against Seattle, highlighted their recent struggles. The Rangers have had a rough go lately, losing 3 out of 4 to the Mariners and dropping 2 straight to Arizona. Currently sitting third in the AL West, they've managed only 3 wins in their last 10 games. Texas's pitching has been shaky with a 4.38 ERA, a whip of 1.30, and allowing a .242 batting average to opposing hitters. Their offense has been a little more productive than Seattle's, with 640 runs scored and a .237 team average. Adolis Garcia has been one of the few bright spots with 23 home runs and 80 RBIs, but it hasn't been enough to carry the team. On the mound, we've got a veteran matchup. Max Scherzer will be pitching for the Rangers, while Emerson Hancock takes the hill for Seattle. Hancock was supposed to start on Friday, but got pushed back. His last outing against Texas wasn't spectacular, giving up 3 runs over 5 innings, but Seattle's offense gave him the support he needed to secure the win. Scherzer, meanwhile, looked decent in his return to the rotation, pitching 4 innings and allowing 2 runs on 5 hits. However, he's not been racking up strikeouts like he usually does, with just 2 in his last outing, which could be a red flag. The real concern for Texas lies in their bullpen. Over the last 2 weeks, their relievers have posted a 4.78 ERA, putting them near the bottom of the league. If Scherzer is on a pitch count, the Rangers might have to lean heavily on their bullpen, which could be trouble. In contrast, Seattle's bullpen has been rock solid with a 2.52 ERA over the same stretch, ranking among the best in baseball. Even if Hancock doesn't go deep into the game, Seattle's bullpen should hold down the fort. The Mariners have a lot more to play for, still chasing that final wild card spot, while Texas seems to be playing out the string. With the Mariners fighting for their postseason lives and the Rangers looking checked out, I'm all in on Seattle to win this one on the money line. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Colorado Rockies and Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers and Rockies are set to clash again, and the Rockies will be looking to bounce back after a 6-4 defeat in the series opener on Friday. That loss put a damper on their recent momentum, especially after solid wins against the Diamondbacks and Cubs. This series could prove crucial for Colorado, who are trying to maintain their improved form despite the challenges. Leading the Rockies' charge has been Ezequiel Tovar, a key player with 164 hits, including a team-high 43 doubles, 25 home runs, and 72 RBIs. Though his 187 strikeouts are a downside, Tovar's overall production has been vital to a Rockies team that struggled to find consistency, particularly away from Coors Field. Ryan McMahon and Brenton Doyle have also contributed, with Doyle adding 22 homers, 71 RBIs, and a team-leading 29 stolen bases. But Colorado's road woes are a major concern, as they've limped to a 23-55 record in away games this season. On top of that, the Rockies have won just 25 of their last 101 road contests, which doesn't bode well as they continue this series against a Dodgers team that's been nearly unbeatable at home, taking 75% of their last 44 games in Los Angeles. Historically, the Rockies have struggled mightily against the Dodgers, losing 66 of the last 92 matchups between the two, making it even tougher for Colorado to turn things around. On the flip side, the Dodgers come into this game brimming with confidence, not only after taking the series opener, but also following a strong series win against the Marlins. Shohei Ohtani has been a force at the plate, leading the team with 176 hits, 51 homers, and 120 RBIs, all while maintaining a .2294 batting average. With support from Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, who's racked up 88 RBIs and 22 home runs, the Dodgers boast one of the most potent offenses in the league. Will Smith has also been a steady contributor with 19 homers and 72 RBIs. While the Dodgers are still chasing the NL West crown, their pitching has raised some concerns. Walker Buehler, set to start Saturday, hasn't been his usual self since returning from injury. Despite his strikeout potential, Buehler has struggled, posting a worrisome .590 FAP, higher than his already inflated ERA. The Dodgers have still managed an 8-3 record in his last 10 starts, but that's been driven more by their powerful lineup than Buehler's dominance on the mound. For the Rockies, Cal Quantrill will take the hill with a 4.67 ERA this season, but his recent outings have been shaky. Over his last 4 starts, he's posted a .550 ERA, and his road numbers haven't been much better, sitting at .499. To make matters worse, the Rockies' bullpen has been disastrous, posting a league-worst .530 ERA. With their pitching staff in tatters, it's hard to see how they'll keep the Dodgers lineup in check. While the Dodgers' bullpen hasn't been elite, ranking 18th in the league since July 1st with a 4.41 ERA, their offensive firepower makes up for any shortcomings. The Dodgers have been red hot at the plate since the All-Star break, ranking second in offensive production while averaging over 5.5 runs per game. They also lead the National League with 1.6 home runs per game. Given the Rockies' pitching struggles and the Dodgers' explosive offense, I'm expecting a high-scoring affair on Saturday. Buehler's vulnerability, Quantrill's away woes, and the shaky bullpens on both sides set the stage for plenty of runs. I'm confident in taking the over 8.5 total runs for this game. Both teams should capitalize on the pitching issues, making this a slugfest.